I don't even know where my chapstick is. Good morning. It's Friday. Let's see. Let's give it another couple seconds. And then all right. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday. Um, good morning. Yesterday was just a complete test of my patience. I have a high anxiety as it is, and yesterday I also have you know what's so funny? I think people are always afraid to say depression because I say that too, because there's a stigma on it. People judge. So I think ever since Loki's emergency vet thing, I've been in a sad place and I just didn't want to talk about it. But yesterday, all these little things broke me. And looking at today, these little things shouldn't have broke me, but I was broken yesterday and it's okay. So anyone out there that feels broken or having a really bad day and you're trying to contemplate like, why is this happening to me? You are not alone. You're not alone. We all have days like that. But yeah, whew. So yesterday our couches, we ordered modular sofas finally. Like once or twice a year we do things to fix up our house. Like we're going to be getting our house painted next month. Well, next month is in April, like tomorrow's April. Um and we decided to get new couches because our sofas, like I said, my kids play they were like it was a jumping like a trampoline, it was like parquet, just everything the kid can possibly do. Like I actually seen one of my kids eat ice cream, wipe their mouth, and then wipe it on the couch as I'm scrubbing it out. And they were like, it was an accident. So those couches, it was time for it to go. And we decided to get a module one. So that way, if someone comes and visit us, we can turn it into like a full or a queen size bed. So they were pre-order and they came from Fontana, California. Those used to be my stomping grounds back in the day. And I didn't have a time. I know it was white glove service and I didn't have a time, nor did I know how many boxes. So yesterday my dog started barking. So I thought, okay, it's FedEx. Cool, no worries. I can do it. No. I guess our neighbor to the right of us, to the left of us been having severe plumbing issues, like plants and stuff coming up when they flush the toilet. So they had to dig deep because we had a county thing with vines going into one of our main plumbing thing about 6 months to 8 months ago. And it's on our end, we have it resolved, but the people to the left of us, 2 houses didn't. So they had to dig up plumbing. And the thing is, I knew they were going to do it, but they never gave me a date. Well, they picked a date yesterday at 8 a.m. And like, it was one of those really nice days that you can have all your windows open and air out the house. So I had to go around and close all the windows because with the windows open, the dogs are even more hyper focused to the sounds out there. They brought in like these big John things, like a shovel thing and something to drill in, and they hit a gas line. Thank God that everyone's okay because that was the scariest knock. Not only did I have the fire department in my house, I had police in my house, I had BG&E, which is the electric service out here. Um, Not once or twice, but like three times each. Just stomping around. So I had to put Loki up in different locations so many times. They had to read the meter in the backyard, so I had to put him in my basement area. I like, and he was getting agitated because he wants to protect. That's what they do. They protect. They don't know who's in the house, so they're getting agitated and riled up. And at the same token, I'm having the vet tell me you need to keep him calm, and I'm like, how Sway? How do I keep him? How do I keep him calm? Um, I didn't want to sedate him because Loki, when we sedated him twice, he goes from like this happy, energetic pup to like, oh my God, we need to take him to the ER. He is not moving. He's not breathing. He's super lethargic. And I'm one of those people that I'd rather have a happy, annoying kid or dog than a kid that's like moving in slow motion that doesn't want to do anything. I feel the same way about my dogs. Um, it was just so many different things. So what happened was is the FedEx people came and the police and the fire people were like, you're not allowed to come in here. And I'm like, I've been waiting for this. And I couldn't film anything because the dogs were going off like every few seconds. And I had to like try to coax and calm down Loki. Loki, earlier this week, we found he has like a lump by his incision. The vet and the vet surgeon assured me that this sometimes happens when dogs reject their stitches, and that a healthy puppy like Loki will have it resolved in 7 to 14 days. Now, I'm a mom. I don't care if it's a fur baby or a kid. I see something wrong, I'm going to be like hyper focused and looking at it every 5 seconds because it has went down since Monday. But I'm like, I'm like, Kendall, I feel like it needs to get drained. Like, I feel like it needs to get drained. So the vet told us if it's not better, if it's not gone and within 7 to 14 business days to come back and drain it. And all I keep thinking is that if it's full of like infection, it needs to be drained. So, um, he was getting riled up and then he will jump up and that stretches that area. And it was really difficult. It was like I was getting hit with one thing after another yesterday. And I wind up just eating jelly beans and watching live people sewing. Like Susie was live with Emporium Threads and Rosie. And then I had to take the youngest, my son, my youngest child, he had his first spring fling concert and he plays the cello. And he asked me to iron his t-shirt. My iron decided to spew rust all over his white t-shirt. Like, I'm telling you, everything that could go wrong yesterday was going wrong. I believe that I have a sinus infection. I believe Hope has a sinus infection, and I forgot to call the doctors yesterday to see if they have an appointment today to see her. So I have to do that when I get off here. And they all have a half day today. So my plans is I have to finish the lining to the bag that me and Patreon making. The Patreon and I are making everyday tote, but like we call it the 2.0, and they know why. So we finished the exterior together and we modified it with some exterior zippers. Super cute. So I have the interior all together over here, ready to go. So when I get off here, I can go live and record. And if I have to hop off, I have to hop off if FedEx comes. Apparently, my packages for the sofa weighs over 500 pounds, and there's 10 boxes. So, but we got the white glove service, so they're gonna at least put it inside the house, and then I'm leaving it up to the kids and Kendall when he comes home, because yesterday I was spent. I was like, no. I was just, the things that made me happy yesterday, there were things that make me happy. So let me say the good things, because sometimes it's easy to hyper focus on the negative. There was a lot of good things. I kept looking at my tags from Hartward and Hyde. It made me happy. They are so gorgeous and they made me feel so happy. Like to see my names on tags that were like elegantly designed just for me, and it made me happy. I'm not gonna lie. I kept one of the iridescent gradient one, like with the rainbow in my hand, and I would just like feel it because the edges are so clean. I can't, if you have Heartwood and high tags, then you will know what I mean. The edges have like no furries, no like fuzzies, nothing. So like they're so clean that it was weirdly soothing. Second thing, after I wanted to smash my cameo for the 18th time, I realized I finally got how to cut a bag. I cut out the whole entire Aries bag on my cameo yesterday. So what? I did that. Like, so I feel really happy, and it didn't cut through the mat, and I didn't have to go through a second pass. However, it was Rex vinyl from Inline Bags, and I feel like that vinyl is thinner than a lot of vinyls, but still, I cut out the whole entire Aries bag. So I'm super excited. So like I'm talking about like the gusset, the main panel pieces, the lining top exterior top panel pieces, the zipper tabs, the magnet, and I cut out by accident the 3/4 of an inch and the 1 inch. But it's cool because what I do with that is that I will glue them together and start edge coating. Whatever edge coating set looks better, that's a set I'll use. So I'm really excited about that. I was on cloud nine. I'm not gonna lie, because I went through a whole roll of cheap vinyl and I could not get it to do it. So I figured some things out, and it made me happy. It was so simple. It was so simple, but sorry about that, Mike. I think the internet and everything's spotty because of all the digging. There's like a huge ass hole in front of my house full of hay. Um, so that made me happy. So I just wanted to say that, and that sometimes we got to look at the little moments that make us happy in a really bad day and try to focus on it. Um, everybody, everyone came home. Kendall had his first concert at a Wild Lake High School. He had a blast. He came home like super excited and amped up. Um, so I was excited about that. Yes. Yep, it does get better. So I already told myself yesterday today will be better, and it is. I'm just FedEx is out to redeliver. I don't have a time frame. So whenever those dogs start barking, I'll be running up. And the kids have a half day today because it's the beginning of spring break. Ooh, 15 wallets. That's a lot. Yeah. My anxiety, it like sometimes I have like control issues. Like I don't like taking medication because I want to be fully alert and in control. So when I take any medicine for my anxiety, I swear to God, it gives me anxiety to take medicine. Well, yeah, when I get better at it, yes. I don't want to like start a tutorial and then like come back 6 months later and like, no, don't do that. So I started with the Aries, and I'm going to try to do the clear vinyl for the Hills Made uh net bag, and then I'm going to try different things. I'm going to keep trying with the patterns that have SVGs. I'm going to definitely put more effort into try to cut them through Cameo. Um, yeah, but it was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, 24 by 24. First, I was like, why did I get this? But second, I was able to put the whole entire bag for Aries on one mat at one cutting thing, and it was good to go. I was like, holy crap, this is so cool. So we have that. What else do I have? Oh, so Imez, she was bag of the month last season, not this season. No, it wasn't last season. It was last year. Murder Bone. Sorry. Um, they she has a new pattern out called Umbart, and I put the link to it in the chat, but I'll put it at the end of this. This bag is so cute. It has pleats. This is the first time I've ever made a bag. Like I put pleats and darts and stuff before, but never as a main feature. Look at that. It has a recessed zipper. Inside, you have a zipper pocket and you have a double slip pocket. The back has a zipper as well. If you don't want to do the pleats, they have this really cool panel that you could put on here that looks just like this, but doesn't have the pleats. And it's not a, it didn't take me a long time to make this bag. This is not a large bag. This is like a perfect spring summer bag, I feel. But I love the pleats. If you guys do get this pattern, I highly, highly recommend you doing the pleats. Imez has videos and she has a really cool video and show you how to do these pleats. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to I want to make it again because the pleats, I wonder if I can do like a fussy cutting where I can do like black and white, like lining, like stripes with the pleats. I think will look really cool. And like if the stripes go this way, so you can line them up perfectly, that would be really cool. So yeah, that pattern came out today on Etsy and it's on sale for, I believe, $5.50 for 24 or 48 hours, and then it goes back to original price. She does have hyperlinks throughout the pattern, and if you've never tried Imez patterns, I like smaller companies because I like trying patterns that people don't use all the time. I feel like Imez is going to be a pattern that everyone's going to want all of her patterns. I've made like 3 or 4 of her patterns, and she has really good directions. She has this thing where you'd follow the pattern as exact, right? But like if you want to add something special like a zipper pocket or whatever, all the extras are on the back of the book. So it kind of reminds me of like in school, like you have your book, your chapter books, and in the back there's this glossary that has all this extra information. That's how her patterns are written. Imez is spelled, Imez Patterns is going to put it's called the Umbach, and I've just put the Imez Patterns. She has really cool patterns. I made one with some backstitch fabric like a year ago, and that's how I found her. She had like this really cool like front zipper thing on this really unique shaped U bag, but the front zipper was kind of like quilting, but with a zipper in the middle, and it was at a diagonal. And I was just like, how does everyone not know about this pattern? And then she had like a really cool flap that had a cam 25 snap, and I was like, this is amazing. She is so talented. She had a really amazing bag for bag of the month. If you were there, it was kind of like she's really good with shapes for the exterior. She's a very unique pattern designer because most patterns are like a U or a box corner or it's round. She like puts shapes throughout the whole pattern. Like her bag of the month one is one of my favorite bag of the month patterns because it is really unique. It is super unique. And if you are subscribed to my channel, if you go underneath, you'll see there's like 1 or 2 YouTube tutorials I have done on her patterns. She has a very unique style, and it's like a signature. Like when I see anything that has like a different shape on the exterior, I'm like, yeah, that's Imez. I know it is. Yes, herb and toe. Yeah. So there's that. And then I put out the video for the Olivia from Georgia Girl Stitch. If you watch that video, and in the description there's 25% off that pattern for the rest of this month and the month of April, I would get it. And here's why: because there's 2 sizes. So you have the regular size, that's the large that I make in there. Then there's a smaller size, which would be cute as like an everyday bag, or if you want like a me and kid bag, it will be really cute. And I think the bag, you can make it masculine or feminine based off of the fabric choices you make. Like if I was to make it more masculine, I wouldn't probably have the ties. I probably would do like a button with elastic or snaps. Like there's so much room for your artistic like taste to be in that one. So that's out, and I'm going to put out the wax canvas one. I'm just waiting for Kendall to come home so he could put the other half, because I have one half showing you how I wax the Doctor Who fabric, and then I have the other to show you what it looks like and put the two bags comparison and give you my take on who did it better. I actually think Kindle did it better, but I like the way um, the wax canvas crinkles and looks off the DIY one that I made. I think it's like a personal thing because I love oilskin because it doesn't crinkle, right? It still has the water repellent. But I love when things are made with the paraffin and beeswax because I love that crinkle look. And I also like the look that with any when you do it with bee or whatever, you can actually kind of massage the crinkles out because it your fingertips have heat and it kind of redistributes the beeswax into that crinkle and warms it up a little bit. Waxing over eau de every day. I don't know. I like I am a person that if I could sew all cork or leather, I would if I could afford it. I would do everything with wax canvas, and because I like more organic and natural things. Eau de Cote has, I think it's good for a children's bag because children have a tendency of spilling a little bit more and dirty hands or whatever. But I'm not a huge fan of it. Eau de Cote. I use it for some things, but if if it was my way, I would always wax. Eau de Cote is more readily available and it's cheaper to get and it's faster to make something. But I'm not a huge fan of Eau de Cote. It's the Olivia. It's a big tote and it has ties. I think I don't have one in front of me because I was taking pictures of them yesterday. Um, it has beautiful ties. It has a lot of cool features. So definitely do that. And then I believe Georgia Girl Stitch is going on vacation for a week, but if you get a hold of her, she does sell set kits with sewable leather. So I would definitely reach out and or look through her website to see if she has any kits available. I believe she goes on, if you buy today, you have until a certain time before she goes on her vacation, and then she won't be back until April the 8th. And anything that you order between now and that will be held and shipped on April the 8th. But she has kits that you can get that have leather. Um, that is really domestic friendly. I'm telling you, that's a person you need to follow because if you like Noodlehead, if you like Country Cow, then I know you're going to love and appreciate Georgia Girl Stitch. And her husband sews too, and she finds really cool domestic leathers, and she makes awesome kits where it comes with the webbing, the leather straps, and all that stuff. I'm not gonna lie, when it's convention season and I don't want to like buy um like big pieces of leather, always order her kits. Her bags always sell for me. People love them. So I order a whole bunch of kits and then start pumping out stuff for conventions. Yes, her webbing. Her webbing. That's all I have to say. If you're not on her thing, you need to go like get off with me. Go look at her before she goes on vacation. Her webbing are amazing. I use her webbing in a lot of things. I am a huge fan of cotton webbing. Her cotton webbing is amazing. She also, I think she does have seatbelt webbing. Again, I don't really look at seatbelt webbing. I already told you my qualms against it. So, um, her webbing though, it is beautiful. I get this beautiful rainbow one that I use with this Doctor Who fabric that's rainbow. People go mad over that webbing. Her webbing is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love her hardware too. It's not chunky, it's dainty, but it feels sturdy. Um, she has good rivets too. I bought places. I already told you I'm not a huge fan of Tandy leather rivets. I've had where the cap heads pop off a lot. My favorite rivet place is Emmeline Bag, and I like Georgia Girl Stitches. I don't usually talk about rivets because it's a sensitive subject for me because I have bought rivets from a lot of places, and some people's manufacturers are better than others. Yes. Yeah, I have some webbing. I actually want to make the wave pack just for a miso. Um I'm hoping I can get to that on Sunday because I'm like I said, I'm still prepping for AwesomeCon, and I think that is going to be a big seller because the bum bags and the smaller bags are really in this season. So yeah, definitely check her out. Mez, I just put the stuff in the link, and let me hold on. My search engine automatically has her, like, I just put Georgia and it says Girl Stitch like right out. I'm going to get the link. This is the Georgia Girl Stitch. And if you were like, hey Shnova, you're talking about Heartwood and Hyde, I'm gonna put their link too. And I know a lot of people always are nervous about no. The only thing I've ordered from China was my nameplates. This was like 2 years ago, and like I expressed thoroughly that even though I love, because my symbol is a circle. It's like the Death Star kind of like it's really hard to explain. Like only a certain people recognize what it is when they see it. Um, but hold on, I'm trying to get a good one. I can't. Oh, also Heartwood and Hyde. There's something I can't explain it. When I got their package, something smells like plum. I can't put my finger on it. What it is. So my symbol is a Death Star, and that's because Nova is a star. So Nova's Knits, and I got these like 2 or 3 years ago from Alibaba, and I'm kind of just like not wanting them anymore. I just like the look of just cork or leather tags, or even faux leather tags. Um, that's just my personal preference. I know that people like Louis Vuitton and whatever have bigger name tags. I guess I feel like as a bag maker, you may like something right now, and as you evolve and get better and get more creative, you may change. I immediately got the nameplate tags, but you can ask Monica. I forget to put tags on everything. Now you give me a cute little tag that says like this, made in you made it in Quarantina. I'll put that on there in a heartbeat because I like little things like that. So that's when I realized, when I got a handful of leather tags, that I actually like. I will put this in a bag because it feels more organic to me. But no, I have never. That's the only thing I've ordered from China. I try to find. I do order from Emmeline Bags. I order from Mormino. I like, especially order from Mormino if I'm really out of something, because her shipping is like ridiculous, and I get it. If I order something today and they ship it out, there's a possibility that I might get it today, tomorrow, and or Monday. So they ship fast. Yeah. I think I forgot the tags, honestly, because maybe I didn't like them. To be like, if you continuously make a mistake on something, there's probably a reason why. And I think when I started getting other tags that had my name that were like leather, or when I heat foil stamp things, I don't forget because I like the way it looks. So I think I think that my aesthetic is no longer the metal tags, and that's fine. It might come back next year or a year from now, but yeah, as of right now, I kind of just like Heartwood and Hyde stuff, and then uh, I would like to have like paper tag, like tags that had something that was just for me. Like I had ones that say Nova's Knits, and I do put those in a lot of pockets. But I do so many fandoms that the fandom ones really give it a net extra kick, an extra edge. And then I'm a subscriber to Blurb Box, and I like those because they give me opportunity to mess with tags, like 4 or 5 different tags that I don't have in my collection that will look cute in another bag. Hmm. I'm not too sure what Snap Tools is. Um, I'm thinking it's like a rivet press or like a handle one. I don't. Yeah, the only thing I've ordered personally for myself was the tags. I have friends that ordered hardware and like magnets and stuff like that. But I am just a person that just have ordered my tags. I ordered them once and I haven't ordered them again because I think I got like 100 of each one. I'm out. I'm almost out of the rainbow one, and definitely I'm out. I'm out of the antique, but My handmaid's, yes, I get her stuff really, really fast. My I bet when she looks at my order and be like, yeah, Shinova always orders the most unusual stuff. Like it'll be like random stuff. I'll order like my vinyls, my corks, and like some cotton and some zippers, right? And then there'll be like the fusible fleece for cozy bowls, but I'm not ordering anything else for the cozy bowls except the fleece, like just random stuff. Oh, snap tools. Okay. I I I am I think my rivet press came from Mikos and Margot. I don't know where they purchased it from. They probably did get it from China because most companies get it from it. But yeah, I don't have that much experience in it. I went through Alibaba and it was not the best experience for me. Oh yeah, I don't have a cam snap though. I have mine's is from Mikos and Margot, so I don't have a cam snap at all, and I have an Arbor press. Um, So sometimes what I do is like if the person has a dye that I want, kind of like it's not sewing therapy. One of them had the dye for the Mickey Mouse heads. I was able to order that because I can use it with my Arbor press. I don't need their actual any pressing system because I can just pull down and it sets it. That's the best one for me. Yeah, I haven't got a cam snap. I was actually contemplating getting one because I know a lot of people have it, but I have an Arbor Press and I have a Mikas and Margot, so I didn't want to have a third thing that may not get used a lot. And then if I was going to get one of those, it'd probably be the CS Osborne ones that you see at Waywack and at Sellrite because they have like the coolest dies that I use a lot of covered buttons and I have to do the old school where it's a plastic thing and you have to set it in. They actually have dies for cover buttons. And I'm just like, that's amazing. Ooh, I might have to look at Penny Supply. Stop. You guys have to stop. Dude, look, Sullivan's knows us, okay? They know us. And I'm not gonna lie, the light blue zipper tape didn't have any issues. No wrinkling, no nothing. It actually didn't even fray a whole bunch when I cut into it. Because you know, like when you cut your zippers at 8 inches, both of those sides start fraying. You're like, I know I just melted you. I know I just melted you. Not a lot of fraying, but that was the light blue. I do notice that some colors fray a lot more, and I'm wondering if it's the dye. Just out of curiosity. So yes, I'm sorry. I was looking at. I posted Imez's bag in some places, but I think I don't know. I really want to make another one. Um, I never made pleats. I mean, because we do pleats in certain bags, right? But they're never the focus of the bag. That is genius to me. Like I don't know. Pleats are something that I always have some kind of reluctancy because when I make clothes and I have to do a pleat, I'm just like, oh Jesus. Like take the steamer with me because you know they're permanent press and you're sitting there like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this. It worked out good though. I'm gonna look at Penny Supplies, but now every time you guys mention something, like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to order from them. But I like small mom and pop things. Like I told you, I'm addicted to Etsy. I am. I'm just addicted to it. I like smaller businesses. I like purchasing just different things. But yeah, if you have the chance, I think the pattern costs like $5.60. Look at Mez. I put the link for that pattern. Go look at all her patterns. Like they're not when I'm telling you they're different, they're different because I don't know. She just doesn't use the same shapes as that we generally see in the public. Like there's always some kind of curve, some kind of unique edge, and you're just like, holy heck, how do we get there? It's pretty cool. And then, like I said, her pattern style to me is always interesting. Whenever I test for her, I always forget like putting together the pocket or any extras are in the back, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool because it's old school. So I'll put a hair clip in the area that I'm currently on and then like flip to the back page and I'll have the instructions. And weirdly, I like it. I don't know. I'm that person that likes a lot of instructions. Like I like live for Aurora Rosa and Lavender and Twine and Maggie 55 and Knotted Threads because although it may be a simple pattern, you may get like 50 pages and there's so much detail in it. So I feel like when I'm done with this bag, like I just took a course and I got an A. So I feel accomplished. I'm like, yeah, I did it. I did it. I know everyone's different. Some people like it short, sweet, and to the point. I like a lot of details. I like a lot because then if I make a mistake, I have something to refer back to, and it's not just like a brief moment, not one sentence. It's like a whole chapter on that thing, and I can redo it. So yeah. I cut out the Aries yesterday, and I gotta tell you, I think what I'm gonna do is it's a pastel pink Rex, and I think I'm going to use New Moxie. She has a, I was gonna say Pac-Man, but I was gonna go wonka wonka wonka. She is a Pac-Man and a Hungry Hippo game one. I think I'm gonna do the Hungry Hippo, but I want to cut out like an applique of the hippo and use the zipper pulls. I think it'll be so cute. Oh, it is nice. I just finished testing. I'm going to be filming a video for it this weekend. I think it comes out next week, if I'm not mistaken. It's, I don't know, Alexis's brain, if I can just like chill in her head for one day, I don't know. She's a fun person to pattern test for because she's really receptive to feedback. She takes people's feedback like and really runs with it. She under because everyone has different learning curves. Like I'm a person that in patterns, I like to know, like if we put the zipper panel on and we have two, I like to know what your measurement is. Because what if you told me to do 3/8 of an inch and I decided to do 1/4, and now the zipper panel went from being 3 inches wide to 3.5. I have time now if I see the measurement, like, oh crap, I did something wrong, and then unpick it versus continue on. So like for Ora Rosa, she always gives you so many like checkpoints. Check this, and if it's right, then move forward. If it's wrong, then go back. So her brain is really interesting. I cannot. No. One thing about bag testing, what goes on in bag testing stays in bag testing until that day. Yeah, I cannot. Unfortunately, I'm not able to tell you. I'm sorry, but it's going to be good. I mean, think about it. There is not one pattern from her that I don't like not one. And I can't say that about everybody. She has a very interesting way of how to do it, make it, and then she already showed you guys the next one. She showed it in So Whatever and in her group. So if you go into her group, you should do it, as well as I think she showed some sneaks yesterday. So I really suck at sneaks. You don't ever see me really doing them because I suck at them. Like I cannot do a sneak shot to save my life. But yeah, you should definitely go onto her Ora Rosa in the group, and you can see her sneaks, as well as you can see the not this pattern that's coming up, but the next future one, because she made it for her sister-in-law, and it's going to be something that we're going to be testing. Oh, okay. I don't know if she I don't know if she has it on Instagram. I'm gonna check real quick for you. I know a lot of people are not on Facebook. No, she does not have it on Instagram. She just has her newest her first Esperanza that she hasn't made in 4 years, and then she did it. And it's with cotton lycra. It looks really good. Usually I tell people to veer away from cotton lycra because it gets really thick in the seams, and hers doesn't even look like it's cotton lycra. She's an excellent bag designer and bag maker. I want to say I think it comes out April 4th, but I do not want to. I think it is. I'm hoping it is. I think everyone's going to like it. It's a little different for her, but in the construction is a little bit different. And I'm really excited to actually film it because other than the Magdalena, no, the Magda, the circle one, this will probably be the second fastest bag you can make. Hey, Hallow Bags, you're fine. So I am going to do a live with my Patreon to finish the Everyday Tote 2.0 because I literally want to take, this is so cute. And then I did pinks. It's very It's very Rapunzel. I love Rapunzel. Okay. Like the frying pan. Just saying. That's my girl. Um, and I'm not gonna lie, I like the villain. I haven't Disney makes me like villains. I don't know what's wrong. I blame it on Disney. Yeah. So this is the backstock pattern, but in my Patreon, I show them how to modify it. So we could put the side panel is one, and it's not 4 pieces, it's only 2, and then we put a side zipper. So we have to do now the interior. In the interior, we're putting a slip pocket, a slip pocket for a computer case, and we're also doing some other things from other patterns from backstock to put inside the bag. I love the inside of the bag. Like, if you don't know anything about me, interior means everything. Everything. Your inside should look just as good as your outside. So I am so amped for this interior. It's not even funny. Yes, we have some mashups. Yeah. This was a pattern piece. I showed them how to draft it off the original pattern piece. So I'm really excited about it. So, yesterday I showed on YouTube my this one, the WandaVision, because this was the first one I made with this. So I showed them how to do it. So there's no side seam because we have a nice. I show them how to do it so hopefully they can do it futurely on any other pattern that has sides areas. That's my whole point of my Patreon, is I want to show people how to modify. So it's really interesting watching them, because from the first modification till now, people that have been there from the beginning, they don't even ask questions anymore. They're just like, they know what to do. And that's the whole fun of it, is showing people, I'm not a bag designer, but I can modify something. You give me your bag pattern and I automatically, my brain starts going into different directions. I can modify the heck out of something. Oh yeah, the WandaVision. See? Yeah, I love Wanda. She's my favorite. I'm waiting for Agatha, the Coven of Agatha. I believe the reason why they're keeping a secret, I think they're going to resurrect Scarlet Witch, because Agatha was Scarlet Witch's teacher in the comic book. And when she lost her memory, when she got, like, they were taken with her twins, I think that she forgot who Agatha is. Because, like, her character, it was me all along in the WandaVision series. It all kind of makes sense. It all plays out like she's there to not control, but stop Scarlet Witch from going to tipping over in the comic book. So I have a funny feeling that with the other witches in the Coven, I think they're going to, along with Captain Marvel's goddaughter, I think they're going to resurrect Scarlet Witch. That's just my theory off comic books. So yeah, she's one of my favorite characters. I was actually so mad about Doctor Strange, because I'm like, why are you taking one of the most, there's the two most powerful people in Marvel Universe is Phoenix and Scarlet Witch, and they always try to make them go evil. And I'm like, is it a woman thing? Or I'm not understanding. Even they did that several times, even with Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow. Black Widow in the comic books was the only person that was able to hold the Infinity Stones like Thanos. And she was able to get it, but then she turned evil. I'm like, why does Marvel do that to the chicks that are strong? I'm just throwing it out there. As soon as we get a little power in Marvel Universe, we're evil. I'm just saying. Get it together, Marvel. Get it together. So, yeah, I like to read comic books. If you I've been a comic book lover and a She-Hulk lover and all things Marvel for a very long time. Like little Nova liked to read it. My dad would buy me She-Hulk, and she would buy my brother Hulk. And that's how when the Avengers came together with the Infinity Stones, Scarlett Johansson's character, Black Widow, was the only one that was able to carry all the stones. So I'm just saying. And I'm hoping we get to see more Mighty Thor. Again, they like to kill off powerful women. I'm not the only one that sees that, right? So, I I love the villain. Yeah, I love the villain because of Disney too. I think Disney made us like villains. Just like I believe Disney, I think Star Wars makes us sympathetic to AI. Even though Terminator's warned us what's going to happen, we still are sympathetic. Like, tell me you didn't watch Mandalorian, and when the nanny doctor, like the nanny's Gorgu's nanny robot, like self-sacrifice, you didn't cry. Or when you watch Rogue One and you see the machine just like Hulk smashing trying to save them, that you didn't go I'm not crying, it's an onion in the room. They make us love AI. I don't know why. So this is all I have for you today. It's Friday, it's the weekend, it's the beginning of the spring break for my kids, and I'm excited. I do have videos that are coming out next week too. I do have the Chubby Tote that's coming out from Zotac, and I believe I will have Aries out as well. I have a couple of Nova's Notions and Nova's Nuggets. I have a really fast Nova's Nuggets. The video is not even 5 minutes, but it's a total game changer with waterproof canvas. Oh yeah, no, see, no, I already knew. Because Terminator's Prophecy, Melissa, Terminator's Prophecy. Watch Terminator 2. Watch the guy say everything that we were going to do, that we're going to have handheld computer devices that we're unable to take away from our face. Like, watch Terminator 2 and you're going to be like, holy ish. I'm just saying. I don't, I don't know. I don't trust AI. I mean, once they start getting emotions, it just, I love me some C3PO and R2D2 and BB-8. If I can have him in real life, I would. I think he would be like Loki to me. That's the part that's scary. And yes, Megan, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm afraid of anything animatronic or puppeteers. Like Chuck E. Cheese, like straight out scares the heck out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I There's a reason why my kids didn't go to it a lot, because as a kid and my parents would take me, I would like freeze. And if the head like turned to you and it started blinking slowly, I was out. No, I don't like ventriloquist dolls. I don't like clowns, and I don't like animatronics. So, oh yeah, I was definitely. I want to. I'm actually going to turn yours into the Michael Kors bag. I have this. It's going to take me a while because the way the Michael Kors has the iridescent, but it's not iridescent. They have like either the white bag with um all orange edge paint, and or they have it where it's gradients, like it goes into orange, red, purple. I haven't decided which one. I do know what fabric. I have this Harry Potter that's like, it looks like a Louis Vuitton print that my friend drew and sent to me a long time ago, and I've been holding on to it, and I want to make it into the narcissist. And I have really cool feet to look exactly like the Michael Kors bag. I already have the only thing I think I'm modifying on yours is the flap, so that way it's all raw edges. So that's I think that's the only thing I'm modifying on yours, because I like the way everything. I read the pattern. I'm waiting for it. I'm hoping that's a spring break make, because that's what I'm doing. I'm hanging out with my kids, and I'll be upstairs modifying while they watch TV or they run amok outside. I'm like, I don't, I want to see. The Narcissist has been on my list to make for a very long time, and I've been buying things here and there, so that way I can make it like the purse feet, like the triangle square ones that's on the Michael Kors one. I already have. I already have. I bought them. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this day for a while. You'll be surprised surprised what I have um when I'm trying to make a bag. Like anytime I make a hitchhiker, I it takes me like a month to plan out, because I know that this bag is going to be super labor intensive and it's probably going to take me the whole weekend to make, but I want it to be absolutely perfect. Yeah, because it looks just like it. So, in case you guys are not aware, the narcissist, if you're trying to make this bag, the narcissist looks like this bag. So the I'm making just a small variation on the pattern. I'm going to extend this to be more squared off. And the I got my flip block from Lauren because it looks really unique. It's not exactly this big. And I was looking to see if Bringberry had something this big and they did not. But do you see how this is all orange up here, but on the sides, they're different colors. I'm trying to do that. But these purse feet are at, I think, Soulful Therapy, and I got them. And I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I got all the hardware I want for it, but like this white one has all orange, and the orange that matches perfectly is from Mojo Sews. So I'm really excited about this. Mojo Sews paint is not like any other people's. I cannot give you a comparison because the only thing I can say, it's like nail polish, except it's like the high-end Essie nail polish where one coat has coverage versus when we get I still get my little elf ones. I'm not gonna lie, it's 99 cents, right? But you have to put multiple coats on for it not to be opaque. So Mojo Sews is a really thicker one and I really like it. So yes, I have this in my mind. Yeah. Oh, it's so worth it. I'm going to make another one of those too because I try to make one Harry Potter suitcase every year. I want to make more. I get a lot of requests for it, and I get a lot of actually people asking me to make it. It's just so labor intensive. There's just so much labor in it. Hey, Teresa. Yeah, no. So you definitely, if you have the hitchhiker, you should try it because it looks like it's complicated and it's not. She really wrote a good pattern. It's your material. That's it. Your materials choose what steps you can go to. I have actually made it all in waterproof canvas, and I did it on my Bernina. It all depends on your materials. I've done it with leather. So I had my eye on the Narcissist for a while. I also like the name. So, and anything that has like a suitcase thing is my jam. Anything that looks like it could be luggage or really structure is something that I will take my time to perfect because I want my first one to be like out of the park, like bang, like I don't know. And I think I'm pretty known now for my hitchhikers. I've made so many of those that I don't even look at the pattern anymore. I'm just like, all right, let's do this. I wish I actually had a template for the hitchhiker. It's by Bit Needle. She's not around anymore. No one knows why. And so you're not able to get the pattern, unfortunately, if you don't have it. That's a good name. That's a good reason. I wouldn't like name things off of random stuff from the 80s. I'm not gonna lie. What is this modification called? The crystal ball or something like that, or I don't know. One of my favorite things is watching people name patterns, and I have bought patterns just because of the name. Thank you, Dalva. Yeah, I'm hoping everything's okay. And that she's living her best life. I do feel bad for people that want to get it. And unfortunately, I get a lot of people messaging me, asking me for the pattern and they'll buy it from me. I won't do that. There's a lot. I'm not Captain America, but I don't believe in cheating the system. But I'm hoping and praying that someone makes one similar. The only one I could tell you that's kind of similar is the Tribbiani from Sincerely Jen. You can kind of get that same look as a hitchhiker. And to me, this is me, no offense. I think Sincerely Jen's instructions are better. Now, are the hitchhikers good? Yeah, because it's funny. She drops F-bombs and stuff like that inside of it. So I think I can relate because I think it's funny. That's one like I like Knotted Threads because she literally has jokes throughout the pattern. So if you're a person that actually reads, it's funny. She had knock knock jokes and like her kids' jokes throughout the pattern in Knotted Threads. So I'm like, yeah, this is hilarious. But with the hitchhiker Bit Needles, she had like, okay, girls, or okay, people, this S is about to get real. Like it's about to get real. And I was laughing because it does. When you're about to birth that, you're like, okay, we're gonna birth the hitchhiker. Let's go. Like, it's it's a even if you leave a wide hole in the bottom where the whole lining's not, it's a task to birth that bad boy. So, um, I definitely feel like that's a good one. But if you're looking for a bag that looks just like that looks similar, the Triviani from Sincerely Jen has that same suitcase kind of feel. But yes, I am here. I'm hoping I make the narcissist this week for spring break because I'm supposed to do fun sews for me. So I'm thinking about doing this and a Maeve. But yes, I already have it. I have my Mojo sews. She has this really beautiful like neon orange, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna be making it Harry Potter, and I'm excited about it. No, no. See, it all depends on the person. Like, yes, some people will be like, "Why clutch my pearls? Did she say the S word?" And other people are like, "Okay, like I'm not gonna lie, I cuss like 99% of the time with a bag." I don't want to say blood, sweat, and tears, but I would say injury, sweat, and tears go in every single one of my bags, and maybe a few cuss words. Especially if it's a hard bag to birth. Like every time I birth in a net, I'm just like, want to murder you. Like I've never wanted to murder a bag so bad. Let me see. Um, here's mine. That's my it's a suitcase. So what I would have done different now, I would put craft text in the middle of these so the flaps don't curl up, they go more down. I swear to you, I take pictures of my bags and write down what I would do different. Yeah, it's a gorgeous bag. I also made it in the trolley. It's a beautiful bag. And she had this one for a pirate chest. I'm like, dang, I wish I would have been like, can I be a tester and test this bag? It has so many details. And this one's heavily modified. When I see a suitcase, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, it's a fun bag to make. It's a labor of love. Whenever my family knows I'm do it, they usually are out of the house and my husband provides me with cream sodas and some liquid. And then I'm on it. Yes, do it. Do it. And I already told you I'm going to make the narcissist because as soon as I seen your bag, I was like, oh, that's Michael Kors. I got you. I've been looking for something that looks like it. The only thing I wasn't able to find was the flip lock, but I got Lauren's and I liked the way it looks, so I thought it will look good on the narcissist. Um, because I couldn't find the one. I could have sworn it was at Bringberry. I could have sworn there was one. It might have been, and she sold out. I'm not too sure, but I was looking for a flip lock that was that big because I thought, oh my god, that would be so cool to have it. Yeah, and the bag I'm making is white, and it's like a Louis Vuitton Harry Potter print. And I was like, yeah, I have the orange edge paint from Mojo Sews, and I'm ready to go. You do. You should. Because the thing is when you read The Hitchhiker, you'd be like, wait, that's it. It's not overly complicated. It's there. I can name a handful of other bags that you'll be like, okay, I have a headache making. That bag is easy. It's just it matters what materials you use. Yeah, the birthing. Okay. One of them I used Decolaville heavy throughout the other one. It's the best looking bag, but like birthing it was me blow dryer sweat, cursing, asking Kendall to hold the bag lining as I pull. It was labor of love, literally. Yep. That's how I already think they have people in all of our groups looking for stuff. Because haven't you noticed that a lot of these prints, like the fandom prints, now there are prints at Joann's. Like there is a Flora Wars at Joann's. They straight have like palm tree one, they have a tropical one, and I'm just like, there has to be people that are just they're like, oh, people like this. Let's make it. Um, I think the Luz from Orosa. I've only made that bag twice, but every time I have to make it, I have reservations because she does some unusual stuff that I wasn't prepared for, and every time I make it, I'm always impressed that I could. So I always think that one's, and that's hard too because that there's a Michael Kors and a Calvin Klein bag that looks like it. Um, and I would have to say, the one that Lavender and Twine. What is it? The one it has like a. It looks like the Chloe bag. That shape gets the best of me every time. You can ask Erica. I had a suede one and I messed up and I was this close to stop testing because I was so frustrated. So like what could be hard for someone else could be relatively easy for another. I don't know why those two bags always get the best of me. Yeah, the Les is a hard one for me. Yeah. It's that middle panel thing. It just what but like other bags that people like I know a lot of people think the Clover convertible is hard with the train case. I find that bag relatively easy because of as long as you have all your pieces marked and centered, I just feel like it's an easy bag. But there's other bags that I find hard. Like I like my Speedwell because I modified the heck out of it. But I can understand why people think the Speedwell is hard. I like drop in linings though. There's something weird about it. I didn't think about that. I haven't. Yes, that's another one because somebody else was asking me. I think the Tribbiani could be modified into it, but the only issue with the Tribbiani folds like an origami piece on the sides. But I actually like that because I think if you use like accents, like if you create your own like circle accent pieces, it will look phenomenal, like hands down. And if you don't do the side pockets, it looks like the Hitchhiker to me. Yeah, so like any luggage pieces are my favorite um bags to make. I like super structure bags and I like challenging myself. But yes, the Luz is like something I've only made twice. And every time someone asks me for it, I like a drop of beaded stress sweat comes down because I'm like, man, ooh, that middle. That middle. But like I like making it, but I've only made it twice. That's a challenging one for me. And that what is the birthstone bride? The one that looks like the Chloe bag. And I'm going to make it look like the Chloe bag. Bent needle. She's no longer around, so you can't get the pattern, unfortunately. Bit needle. I liked her name too. I liked her name a lot because realistically, how many times have we had all bent a needle? Yeah. Man, I've been a needle one time where I thought I was in the Matrix, like it should have broke, but somehow just like sprang back, and I was like, "What the heck am I? Am I sleepy? What's going on?" But yeah, that is one of my favorites, and that's why I liked the Narcissist. That's why I picked it up because I was like, "Oh yeah." But when I have bags like that, when they're super structure, I wait to get everything I need, all the components, and then I like pick a weekend because I know it's going to take me a long time to put it together. And I'm not a person, if you watched any of like my shorts on Instagram or my reels, or you will know that it takes me a long time to edge paint. I take my time, I sand in between the whole 9 yards because I want it to look as clean and professional as I possibly can get it. You know what? The Monica was okay. That was one of the easier ones for me, right? But the one that's a little version of it, Lena, I was like, you son of a bit. It's the same thing. But for some odd reason, when the bags are tinier, I'm just like, oh my God, I can't. Yes. I love that pattern. That pattern weirdly sells for me a lot. I did a really cute Harry Potter one and some other ones. Hold on. Like that's a really good seller for me. Because people like the shape of it. I think it's bowler bags though. People just love bowler bags. There's another bag that I find incredibly difficult. I'm trying to think of its name. I don't know. There's certain bags that I'm like, oh God. It's always the simple bags that always get me caught up too. I am trying to think of the name. My favorite one I've made from Harry Potter though was a Maggie 55 Fifth Avenue. I've only made two of those bags, but I always want to make more. The hardware is really interesting and it does take a long time to put together, but it's so worth it. I know I had a picture of the Lowen. I made it with this really cool HP print. Yeah, the Monica's the Monica. I think the thing with the Monica is the stabilizers, and I didn't have Peltex 751, so my Monica I feel like looks a little bit different from everyone else because Alexis got on the phone with me. And we were trying to figure out a combination of what I had in the house to do it. So mine's is like a layer of Bouncy Firm, a layer of Decaville Light, and then some fusible fleece. So mine's is really pliable to the touch, but it is so sturdy. It was so sturdy. I like the Lena too. I like it. The Lena sells for me, but I that bag is all kinds of complicated for me. From putting the clasp on and everything. I think I have a thing with literal little bags. I think that's what it is. The bigger the bag, the more structure the bag. I'm all about it. But there's some bags that got so big where I'm like the first time I did the Beast, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. No, yeah, the low one's not. It's not difficult. Like I love Country Cal's videos, and because she like breaks things down, you're like, okay, I built this up in my head to be incredibly hard, and it's not. Yeah, she does that with a lot. So now it's to the point now. Whenever I do a Country Cow bag, I just cut out the stabilizer, knowing the fact that it's not going to be until the end of the bag. And I think that's why I like the Ojima so much because you don't put the foam in until you're putting right sides together, and it it's all lightweight. I know I made a Lowen bag. I just don't have a picture of it. Oh yeah. The Lena because the measurements are more on point because okay, so with the Monica, the measures to me are exactly at a perfect angle because it's a square. The Lena is a rectangle, so the measurements are slightly more askew, and I don't know what it is. Me and the Lena, not the best of friends. Yeah, I like the Lowen. My favorite Country Cow bag, though, design is the Ojima. I cannot speak highly enough. And I like the Pterodoc mini backpack, and I like the Keed Moth. Like I've got so many requests for the Keed Moth after showing Kindles. And so I ordered templates from Arc Expressions when they came out because I love that bag. That bag is it looks all kinds of complicated, but it's really simple and there's not that many pieces to it. I like Adam. Adam has really good designs. All right. I'm going to get off here because I'm going to go onto Patreon and start working on the live for our lining and filming it. And then hopefully I won't get interrupted and I can get through the lining so that way I can get the kids in like the next 3 hours. Yeah, that's a good. I'm telling you, Country Cow bags just sell like they're because they have this really organic feel to it. It just I can't explain. Like you're like, ooh, this looks so nice, and realistically, I can wear it. Yeah. I hope everyone has a really great day. I will be talking to you tomorrow, and I hope you guys have fun this Friday night. And if you don't get to sew, you're able to relax and have some fun. I'll talk to you all later, okay? Bye.